Hello and welcome to EVE Online. And again, this is JStank. It has been, it has actually been some time since I've actually made a real EVE video. I think I was watching my old EVE videos from a while ago, and just this morning. And I think the last time I actually made a video where I talked was in response to some changes that CCP was making, do some things, and that was back in, looking at my channel right now, and the last time I actually talked was, is Eve dying? And that was an 8-minute thing where I was talking about the state of Eve and is it dying? And I guess I was wrong because Eve is not dying. Eve is very much alive, and as you've known, if you're watching my very latest videos, which are kind of more this kind of the style of PvP on music in fleet combat against Test and the Money Badger Coalition, you'll know that Eve is very much alive right now, which is good, which is really, really good. Not so good for me though, because I have been on the butt end of that war, and I have a story to tell. And that story is that um, I started to get up into the old corp. Let's get off the station here so I don't get blopped. There we go. I got into one of my old corps, which was the Crusaders, which is a corp that I've been bouncing in and out of for pretty much my whole Eve career, and it's a corp that I'm very much, um, how do I want to say, very much attached to. It's the first time in a corp that I've learned PvP, but uh, it's been really good to me and everything. And so far, so I joined this corp way back when. I'll turn up the graphics here. But we were out in a place called Tribute, which is, we were up here in this region, in Tribute, which is an AllSec region controlled by Tactical Narcotics Team, which is TNT. And when I first moved up there, after I came back from the game from a short break, I met up with Crusaders who had joined TNT since I left, and before they were in Fountain, and they fought in the Fountain War, which they won against Test, but since then they have moved from that alliance to TNT, which is part of the greater Imperium coalition. And I was doing really well up in Tribute. There was a little system called YTAC-PZ, which I used to rat in all the time. And okay, never mind. I was showing you the completely wrong thing. Anyways, here is YTAC-PZ. This is where I pretty much lived for a couple months while I was ratting, or while I was living in TNT space. We were up here. The ratting is very, very good up in the system. I was doing Sanctums, which are these very, very, very easy kinds of missions if you have the right ship. And I was using a Gila with 2 Vespa 2s and cleaning up havens, which the rats there were about 1 averaging 1 million per rat. So you can imagine how much money I was making while I was up there. I was making billions of ISK in YTAC PE while doing this. And what happened was we were here and we were based out of Yumi KK, which is right here. That was like our home. This is our main staging was right here. I lived up here in this little pocket, and it was very, very quiet. We ratted all day and didn't really worry about anything. But that was not to last because eventually there was a war that happened. And what happened was that over to this way. Okay, so basically here's TASY, which is LOSEC, right? And then there was a system called MTAC-OE, and this is where CO2, Circle of Two, was lived. And they were then, when we were here, we were allied with the Circle of Two. And so their main system, where they still live in today, is MEO. MTAC-OE, which is where that was where the big battle, where everybody heard about, where the Money Badger Coalition moved in to attack. And when they attacked MEO, CO2 decided to, in exchange to keep their sovereignty, they sided with the Money Badger Coalition and left the Goon Swarm. So that left this whole area of Tribute open to attack, and so we were unable to defend our home system in Tribute, and so we had to leave. About halfway through the war, or right after I moved up there, the staging was in Yumi KK. And that's where we lived right then. So that was great for me. I had all my stuff there, and every once in a while there would be a ping for an op, like the ones I posted, and they would be going out to defend different places. Because now with the new system of sovereignty, all you have to do is go and take a node and be done with it. But and you only have to use like a frigate to do it. So we were getting all these pings for all these different constellations to defend, and it was getting to be to a point where pretty much everything was getting pinged at one time, and it's very impossible to defend that. And the way that sovereignty is the Entosis cannot leave the field, cannot do anything, and therefore dies on instant. So the Mittani, fearing that we would all perish, to all our stuff, all our assets would be taken away, being kicked out of the station because we couldn't defend everything, he had us stage in Saarinen, which is here. Saarinen is a low-sec system that is just one jump away from Goon-owned Pureblind. And it's also kind of like in the center of, within striking range of all of Goon space, but also safe because Saarinen is an unconquerable station, so it was easy to defend. However, when the entire coalition moved to Saarinen to stage out of there, pretty much the entire like population of Eve moved up into this area and started pinging every single system. And so the Imperium really no longer is living up in this area. TNT has been completely kicked out of Tribute, and my second shot into Nullsec was quelched by this huge war Huge war, absolutely huge. And I had a lot of fun, and I'm still having fun going on fleets to defend some of this space that's left over that the goons still hold, and we still actually TNT still holds a station somewhere, but we don't really live there too much. And my loyalties, I know I've been doing a few videos about how great the Imperium is and whatnot, with all their fleets and stuff, but that's just from my perspective. My loyalty is really with the Crusaders and Dante, so that that's where my loyalty really does lie with the Crusaders. So that's what I was doing a while for a really long while there, and I didn't really make any videos of it. Sadly, should have made a few videos of me doing some ratting up there because it was pretty epic ratting. But it wouldn't have been that interesting of a video. It would have just been me killing rats, which isn't really that interesting at all. But me going on the fleets and doing the sword fleets and all that stuff, that's and killing capitals and things like that. That was pretty exciting. So I did make some videos of that. It's kind of hard to talk over those, the fleet comms and that. So I just put it to some music and cut it up and made it kind of interesting, I guess. So that was fun. But now back in LowSec, back in LowSec, and doing things in LowSec right now. So we all kind of moved down to the place we are right now, which is Onanen, which isn't really that far away from the Saranin or anything. And we're doing some operations out of here, but not too much. We're kind of waiting for maybe the Imperium to get their, well, maybe not get their act together, but waiting for everything to calm down up here so that we can join the Imperium to take back our space. But that might not be for a while because we have to wait for our enemies to get bored of what they're doing and finally realize that it is really difficult to defend space under new sovereignty. We don't know what's going to happen. The patch is going to be Wednesday for the Citadel release, so not really sure exactly what's going to happen. It could be that the Citadel release allows the people who live up here now, which is PL and Test and MOA and all these guys, to be able to fortify their defenses in the area, since that's what they hold now. They might, if they go to build citadels up there, I'm afraid that it's going to be kind of tough to take back some space. So I think it was a pretty brilliant tactical maneuver that they did to timing to hit the Imperium whenever they were at their most vulnerable. And now after Wednesday, who knows what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of fighting with new capitals and fax machines. So it's all pretty interesting up here. Right now it's kind of sucky because we are under Wardex like crazy right now. Let's just show you that. See, I'm under Crusaders, who's under Tactical Narcotics, and our war history is right now we are under 4 different wars. 3 of them are normal high-sec wars, and this one is actually Circle of Two, who has been hitting us. And I think, yeah, I think it looks about even. Looks about even. I don't know how much. Yeah, Dante has been fucking them up. They got one of their legions, an Emperor, a mobile tractor unit, and they've gotten a bomber, 2 bombers. So yeah, we've been having at it a little bit, doing the Black Ops thing. Let's see. Yeah, we're winning the war. We're winning the war against Circle 2, so hey, there you go. But now I'm in I am out in Losec right now, chilling, trying to figure out what I'm going to do to make money. That is kind of a tough thing. One thing I figured out that I can do is I can warp to these various belts, and every once in a while there's a battleship that I can destroy. But that's not really gonna do it, I don't think. It's not gonna make enough, really, to, excuse me, to sustain me or my habits, my new PvP habits. See, every once in a while there's gonna be a battleship here in one of these belts. But there's also some anomalies here to rat, but they're not that great. And I tried to rat in this bomber, but I'm a little bit low on tank. I know if I have a different bomber setup, I can probably tank it a little better, but it's still kind of tough. Here's some rats here. They're not that great. You have to wait for a battleship to spawn for them to be awesome. Also, this gate is highly camped. There is a a group that really likes to camp this gate a lot. I think there might be a fight going on right now. I don't know. We'll see. Not much we can do. Someone just died recently. Let's see here. Who is that? Galente Industrial Wreck. Yeah, he's dead. So the people who camp here are this guy. This guy is in a Stratios. No one's gonna ever catch that buzzard. This guy, I don't know. There's like 3 Stratioses and they have Black Ops battleships and a interdictor, a devoter, I think. So, yeah, they do that. They like to camp that gate. I like to watch them kill stuff every once in a while. They're not directly enemies, they're just pirates, which is normal. I mean, sometimes I'm a pirate, depends. Sometimes my corp is a pirate. Maybe when we get our act together we can kill these guys, but not today, not right now. Because we're still doing that. Let's see here. Now, what am I going to do to make money? On my different character, I was thinking about starting at station trading, and I might show a little bit of that, but so far it has been kind of not successful. I wanted to start small, so I started with absolutely 0 ISK on a brand new character, and I worked my way up to about 5 or 6 million, but I can't seem to break out of like that zone. And I've learned a lot about the market, and maybe I'll talk about that in future videos, but at the moment, not really, looking forward to that. Pretty much not gonna help at all. There's a raptor. That's one of the clicky station guys. I'm not really worried about him. So, what am I doing to make money? Let's see here. I didn't know you could claim items outside of the game window. Not contracts, it's industry. Show you what I'm doing with industry right now. Okay. I got 1 job running at the moment. Well, 2 jobs if you minus that Garista torpedo battery. I got this small insulated current router going, and I have 335 of them running, and you can't see it, but these things are going for pretty good That's a blueprint. Makes these. Right. Look at that price. 884,000 ISK for this sponsor current router 1, which only costs me 200,000 to make each. If that, probably even less than that, like 120, I think, per. Because not very much at all in terms of materials. And if I ship it to Saarinen, I'll make a bunch of money. So I'm going to do that and hopefully double my ISK because I need to do something because I can't just sit around and not make money and lose ships because that's what I've been doing recently has been losing ships and I can't make money and do that. So that's what I've been doing so far, pretty much. And see, on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, there is going to be the patch for the what do you call it? The Citadel release, which is a big one. It's going to introduce Citadels and a few other little small mechanics. And kind of excited for that. So I don't think I'll be building a Citadel or anything like that. I don't really want to build a Citadel because it's going to be a huge liability, and I'm not going to be able to have rights to anchor one anyhow. So, excuse me, I'm not feeling very well. And here's a fight. Here's a fight. Stratios is going to attack. Oh no, they're both going to attack. Oh, never mind. I guess not. I guess they're just going to leave. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to build Citadel. I won't even have rights to access it, so I'm not gonna be able to do that. I got some corp mates who want to do missions, but we're war decks, so I really don't want to do that either. So I'm gonna try some industry, which is something that I really, honestly, I haven't really done before. Manufacturing. I built some stuff for myself, but I've never really done it full scale to make money off of stuff. I have a bunch of blueprints. That I have left over from the wormhole. If I look at my blueprint originals in the system of Kazam, I have all these Tech 3 blueprints that I'm going to check out and see that maybe possibly Crane, maybe possibly I can make some money off of these like Tech 3 component parts. I actually even have a Svipal blueprint that I could make up. I have to check that out as well. Yeah, I have a Svipal blueprint here that I could try to make up. That would might be interesting. I don't know if you have to do that in the past or not. It's been a while since I've been in a wormhole, so I don't know exactly what to do for that. Yeah, nothing going on in this video too much. I was gonna try to find some rats to shoot while I was sitting here, but that didn't happen. So this is what I usually do. I usually just kind of watch this gate because it's kind of interesting to see people die on it, like this poor Galente industrial wreck. So yeah, this, if I look at this Nooney gate and you look to Jita like that, it's only 5 jumps away, and this is the first system of low sec that it goes into. So yeah, that's why people really like to camp this gate, and that's why people like to come and go from here a lot. So that's what's special about the Nooney gate. And also, all my things, I tried to make a circle, but didn't quite work out. But this is supposed to be 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, is, I guess that would be 8 o'clock, uh, something like that. I tried to make a clock out of it, but it just didn't end up. When you orbit, apparently you don't orbit exactly in a circle, which is kind of interesting. You are a Condi capsule. You are actually a good guy. I don't think I really have any kills from Onanin to show. I've died a few times. Last time I killed something was I killed this Mauler. Yep, I killed a Mauler. Alright. Oh, that's right. This guy was a Cyno. He was a Cyno and a Mauler, and we just shot him. It was pretty funny. But let's not run into the gate. But I think that's it for the video log. EVE Online update, I guess. A little EVE Online update of actually me talking about EVE Online stuff instead of just putting PvP to music and things like that. So I'm still playing. Definitely still playing this game. I love it. I don't think I'll ever stop playing it, ever, until it probably goes away. But I do have a pretty good documentation of all the stuff I've done, which is really, really cool. And I started out with missions and moved into some PvP, did some fleet PvP, maybe do some more PvP later. Maybe I'll have some Black Ops stuff to show you guys. That would be kind of cool. But until then, I think that's it. Not a very exciting video, but I had some pretty interesting stories to tell. So until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye. This is Jay Singh signing out.